Hello everybody, welcome back. We are back at the old market and I've just replaced, there were just archways there. So I've built this section out, recolored it to match across there so that it's a full archway here and put in doors. Now, one thing that came up is the swimming pool. The swimming pool. So I've been waiting till it's a little bit lighter, and I am going to put lights in the pool so we can actually see what the heck's happening. I think I'm just going to do one of these, and we are going to probably match it. Is that the right color? I'm literally going to pop the switch here. That's not the right color. Let's just change that color to that one. No, too dark. It might blend. Yeah, that one will do. Confirm. Better. So let's pop some swimming pool lights in, and then we can put some lines at the bottom of the pool, which is a brilliant idea. Thank you. What am I going to put in? Do we want just the little round pool lights? These ones? Let's start with these and see what happens. I'm going to go with plastic. Let's go with matte plastic. And we ended up here, didn't we? Well, let's see what these look like. In we go. Okay. Where are we going to put them? About halfway for them probably to have any effect. So let's start with these two. Oh boy, oh boy. Apparently, yes, you can walk on water in this game. There we go. And didn't realize I was able to get out of the pool without the ladder. Okay, you can basically see nothing. That's fine. We'll just put a bunch in. What do you say? Where's my duplicate? So let's just start up here and work up our way down. So blub, 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 blub. Let's keep them on that sort of line. I'm guessing now. I'm just like placing. And maybe one right under the diving board as well. We're not going to see that well. All right, now lines on the swimming pool we cannot do with this, because if we paint it, for example, we have exactly one chunk of whatever. So you know what, we're gonna go with my favorite little thing in the whole world, my little cube, my friend the cube. Now how many lanes should we have? Should we have 3 lanes or 4 lanes? Maybe 4. So let's start it here. And yes, we're gonna, I don't think we're going to be able to get it past there. And it is what it is. So it is, as I say, what it is. If I had my move tool was available to me, I would use it. You know what might work? Maybe. Okay, we've got it here. Why am I still trying to play further? You're not going to sit, are you? You're going to like, maybe. How far will you go? I'm drowning. Help, help. Every time I move. There. So we have 4 lanes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to have to move the drain, aren't I? Let's put the drain there. Okay. We are going to need paint. We have our famous universal paint here, our fancy stuff. So we can change that. Change it to, let's go grey. And then we can just paint our stripes. I definitely need to spend more time in story mode because I have become spoilt in sandbox. Yes, these would do with a bit more moving it in so you're not kicking your toes as you walk on it. But it'll be fine. The children will be happy to have lanes. Can we use this? Is this too wide? You see, that's too wide now. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that. Let's get out of the pool. So from here, you can just barely see the lines on the bottom of the pool to there. And then it's blank. We'll try something like that on a pool in sandbox. I have had some ideas and I've had some suggestions, so I will definitely be looking at that. Now, if you look at that in comparison to that, 2 different colors. So I think, what color is that? Well, we can't change it. Can we copy it? Nope. That's the roof. Dang it. Is that white paint? If it's white paint, no, we've got blue paint here. Let's change our fancy paint back. Is it white? Do you think it's slightly off white? Let's see. Yeah, that looks better. We do have a ladder inside. Let's go grab it and just finish it around the edges of that section there. And then we're going to do some kitchen work, I think is a good idea. Oh boy. Now, please don't go off target. Thank you. It's very white, but it matches that. did go around and put that was lag. Why is it lagging? Yeah, that looks neater and cleaner. I did go around and put lights on the stage while it was dark. It's still pretty dark in there, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll take you inside shortly. Okay, that looks similar. At least I didn't make it super bright white. Okay, let's go inside and have a look at this place. So I've put these lights. I thought these were pretty good. I swear I put another light up here. Did I not? Come on, sit. That sort of brightened. Oh, these have fallen off. Where did they fall off from? Really? Put these up here. So clearly they... Okay, I put them up. That is weird. Okay, we're gonna have to figure out why that happened. Interesting. Where are we going to put this one? Should we put it on the back here and see what happens? We'll go and do something else and see if it falls out again. So that is our little stage. I have paved it. I have put the same pine wood flooring in here, and I think the one thing I do want to put in is a piano, because pretty much every stage I've ever been to has got an old piano in the corner. Anyway. We won't put curtains up because, I mean, it's not that fancy of a stage. I've also closed this section off and we're going to turn this into an office. I think that is pretty important. I was going to include the office and the kitchen together, but the kitchen is not that big. I also knocked out a window here. You know, if you're having an event, you can have people putting stuff out through the windows. Once it's cooked, it can actually stand out here. So this is what we're concentrating on today. We've got the light here, and we've got a light here, which I think I want to bring over a bit. And then let's duplicate that and put it over this window here so everyone can see what the heck they're doing. And then if needs be, we can put more there. So for flooring in the kitchen, you know, concrete is the pits. As soon as you drop something on the floor, you're going to end up with stains and ugh. So I think, should we go for the checkerboard? Just your straight, old-fashioned black and white tile, slightly bigger. Okay, I was going to say, why am I just holding a black tile in my hand? But yes, that's perfect. Okay, I will take that. And I think we're going to use the same tiles in the bathroom, as we can. And then outside the back door, we can put bins and stuff like that. Quite a big place, isn't it? There we go. I think that will work really well. I'm going to stick this here, and then we're going to do the bathrooms as well. I think I'll just do them in black and white because I think that would look pretty dang good. So if we're doing the black and white on the floor, we are going to have to run tiles on the wall. Should we just take these tiles, make them white, and then make them smaller again? Let's see what these look like. I think that will work. In fact, I think these are the tiles that they've got on the swimming pool for the new summer challenge. I don't know. Let me know, guys, if you have been following, want to enter the competition, what you're going to be doing. I promise I won't steal your ideas. I've been watching Renovate, and he started. He scares me because he's a real architect and his stuff will never fall down. Whereas my stuff, we're lucky it doesn't, like the lights just fall off the walls. But yeah, he's started his build. Let me tell you, it's pretty dang good. Okay, let's do all and see. You know, in an old place like this, you're probably going to find maybe something like this. Maybe not that color, but these sort of handles and the whole tootie. So I think we need to maybe go with this. But wow, they've got pretty fancy now, haven't they? I would say keep it to a stone, keep it to a white ceramic top. That will work. Ah, look at that. It's got pictures and everything. And I think we're going to go for oak. Because maybe that's a little too fancy for me. Maybe that. Very rarely use this, so let's use this. Let's use this. I think that'll work pretty well. What do you think? And that slides right under the window. I did that for a reason. That's the windowsill, I think. Or to block. You can see I can't refit these windows properly if I want the counters to slide underneath it. But I think that'll work. And they've got that sort of old world feel to them. So let's do that. We need a corner. Maybe something like that. We'll just copy and paste. That'll work. And then we need probably, let's see what we have here. And we're going to need stoves and we're going to need fridges. So this would be the stove that goes with it. And yes, they'll probably have these knobs on the stove. Let's just pop it there. And let's look at fridges. They're probably not going to have something fancy like that. It's probably going to be a really, let's just do that. Going to be your basic fridge, but maybe a double door? Are those new? Have I not? When did I? Okay. Haven't seen those, have I? You know what? I think I'm going to do those just for basic fridge. And then we can do right door and left door. And then you've got a double fridge here. Okay, so that opens that way. That one opens that way. Just like that. Right, let's copy that style onto that. And onto that. Oh, dang it. Yeah, I definitely need to spend a bit more time playing. What is that? Ah. Why? I will match you somehow. I suppose that's what I have to do. It's weird. I didn't know that was coated metal on the front there. What can I say? All right. We've got a stove. We need sinks. How big? Maybe we must get sinks in. We're going to need probably double sinks. We have why is it confusing me? Where's my option for 2 sinks? There is my option for 2 sinks. My gosh. White ceramic. That'll do. I'm just going to throw that there and then we're going to play. So, duplicate. Yeah, man, sit there nicely. Windowsill. I hate windowsills. Take the windowsill off. I'm going to have to run this tile a little bit higher on time. Okay, so we've got a few things to do. First, we're going to duplicate the sink. And then we're going to, copy that onto there. There we go. We need a small cupboard there. And we're going to need a large bin here. So let's do some more of this. Let's leave that like that and we can put a small one in there. Oh, I want another one of those too. Okay, so we've got a double oven and don't like that. We've got a little mini one of these cupboards. Mini one with drawers. Too small, so we'll pop that one over there. next one up. Will fit there perfectly. Awesome. I just don't want the stove top to be close to that window where they pass stuff over. Can just imagine them burning their fingers. Copy. Okay. And then we need these things. I think I'm going to go with gas. That works. Awesome. Maybe another one of these little ones on the other side. I think that works well. Just a little kitchen area here for everybody to work in nicely. Let's take this and run one line along the top here. More than enough. There we go. And bins. Should we put 2 of these? These will work. They're not the biggest bin, but actually let's do 3 so we can do the recycling thing. I think that will work nicely. And we've got a little event kitchen, nothing fancy, but I think it'll work well. Do we want shelves? I don't think we want shelves. I think this is more than enough. We've got lots of lighting in here. We've got, we're going to need a bin outside. If I can find, there he is. Put the bin outside for people to throw stuff into. And yes, we're not going to recycle that badly. Then we're going to have 3 bins outside. I do think we should have... We have the option to put dishcloths over the stove. That one. There we go. Do we want a drying rack? Probably. And probably a kettle as well. Let's see. Yep. Your standard basic kitchen drying rack. That'll work. All the people who love plastic drying rack, that's for you. Okay, so I think that works quite nicely as your basic kitchen. Let's take a walk in here and do some bathroom. Awesome. We're not going to have enough for this one, are we? Nope. That's fine. Copy. Hate when you literally have that much to do and you have to buy a whole box. But it is what it is. Alright, let's sell that. Let's use this. And then it'll all match. Always miss that last little thing behind the door. Why do you want to go sideways? Perfect. Nice, bright, hygienic, clean-ish. Will we have enough? Probably not. Alright, so going back to the summer splash competition. What should I do? Because I've done, well, first of all, the pool is frightening and amazing all at the same time. Okay, it's huge, it's multi-leveled, and the rules are you cannot change the shell. So what I've done is I've taken it onto the island, and I've just been trying to mess with it a little bit. Do you know me? I want to mess with stuff. But the rules of the game, we must just put something around the edge in the bathroom. What do you say? The rules of the game, or the competition, are that you cannot mess with the shell of the pool. You cannot modify anything that's there, from my understanding. Now, if I wanted to take what they've got there and add something to the build, is that going to be a problem? Because I've got they've got almost like a diving board there that's a half arch. I wanted to make it a full archway. I don't know if they're going to be happy with that. Are they going to be grumpy with me about that? I don't know. So let me know what you think. Now this just sort of gives it a little bit of finish. Unfortunately, we've taken it one down. That's fine. Yeah, your basic kitchen. You know what we should have here? We should actually have the... Dang, where is it? Is it here? Yeah. The first aid kit. Because, you know, let's put it here. You're in the kitchen. You're probably going to take a chunk out of your finger. And fire extinguisher, just in case someone decides to make a flambe and it gets a little out of control. There we go. You know? Alright, going back to the bathrooms. I got a bit distracted, sorry. Alright, so we have male, female. I'm sure. Why am I going there? Alright, so for the toilets, do we upgrade the toilets? Do we put the old on the top? Put this one in. Quite fancy. I think it might be too big. Let's try it and see what happens. I just don't like the way you have to go back this to change stuff. Now that should be fine. And we're just going to need a wash basin. I think something fairly slim, and again with a slightly oldie worldy touch to it would probably be a good idea. Maybe keep okay, let's keep those handles. Maybe we've upgraded the handles a little bit. Sure, let's say that. And let's just stay with the steel. And let's go with the wenge. How do you pronounce that? Let's see if it'll fit in here. Is there enough space behind this door? Is this going to make the door stick? No. Awesome. And you can still get to the toilet. The only problem I see us having is that we might have a problem with a mirror on the wall with this thing. Let's see if that is a problem for us. Don't need anything too fancy. How about that? No, it's happy with that. Okay, I'm happy that you're happy. The only thing we can't really put in here is a changing station. I suppose we could. Where is the changing station? Is it? Don't think it's here. We have the soap dispenser, towel dispenser. We can probably use those. I actually have no idea. Okay, changing station. Is that going to give them enough space, or should we put it on this wall? It is a community center. We are going to need to think of our community. Is that going to give a... Yeah, that's about the same height. Okay, I'll take that. And then, where were we? We were in home appliances. Yes. And I'm going to keep this color because, you know, it reminds me of that beautiful avocado green. That will fit on that side. '70s bathroom thing. Okay. Awesome. We've got a light in here. We don't have to worry about a light. But I guess we're going to need at least a plunger so that we can keep the toilets clean. I would like it in that same... What color was it? Like that. That's as good as we're going to get. One thing they haven't given us is a toilet roll dispenser. You know, they're like where you put in 6 toilet rolls and then you just keep filling it and when it's needed. But we don't have one of those, so we're going to have to just put a straight toilet roll holder on the wall. Do we want it under there? Because the toilet, that's the paper holder. Let's put it on this side. I have put changing mats in both bathrooms because you never know who needs to take baby in to change. We put a toilet roll on top of the toilet as well. Oh, that's interesting. Since when does it not stand on top of the toilet? Okay. Perfect. That is done. The kitchen, very basic, but that's all you would expect from a kitchen. That you're renting the venue. And now we can go do the office. I'm just going to take both these across. I'm going to sell, I think I'm going to sell the tiles now. We don't need those anymore. I'm not messing with that yet. We might need it. You never know. We have our piano there. We need a stool for the piano. Just remind me if I forget. Not, oh yes, okay. This is it's a beam. Fine, we'll go down. This placing tool is very bossy. Okay, so we we are literally out of surface finish for that, and then along here. Should we panel this, or should we just go, it's fine? You know, it's an office in a community center. I think let's just go with the brick. We can always zhuzh it up for whoever's working here. Why did I buy so much? I don't know. We really don't need that much. I mean, what else do we need? Oh yes, I took this out. By accident. It was just a pure accident. Is that it? Okay. Should we... I don't know if I should sell this, because you never know. Might change my mind to want to do something somewhere. So let's keep that for now. I'm thinking of having like a little stall on that end there. So let's keep that for now. So if you're coming in, I'm guessing the desk should sit close to the door so that you can see the people that are coming in. I'm thinking something pretty solid. I'm not fussy about left and right with this. Let's go with black. Sure. How about that? That's a desk with a mission. So then we can leave space for a chair in the front. Can probably put a little sofa there as well. That's quite cute. Alright, office chair. Let's get maybe something fancy for the people to sit in front of the desk. You know, whoever's like redone this office is like, no, it must be a little fancier than that. Let's keep the white cushions. There we go. We've got a desk for 2 people. You know, if we're doing a wedding or something like that, we might have the bride come in with her mom or a friend or whatever. And then we can have the fancy office chair behind. There we go. Like that. If you close the door, it will give you enough space here. You can sit at the desk and see outside whatever you need to see. Maybe just put a little sofa, just a little one. Maybe something very basic. No, this is the tiny one. Let's see. Yes, that will fit perfectly. Okay. Could we go with cream? Perfect. A table next to it with a... Oh, you see. Let's change that. Let's do that color. Don't have the energy to go and fish around, so we'll just... Awesome. So now I imagine filing cabinets, maybe we've got, it's not low storage, it's medium storage. I think we've got filing cabinets here somewhere. No, it's small storage here, that one. We've literally got little filing cabinets on wheels. So let's do them in wood. Can I? No, I can't. Dang it. I hate that. Okay, and how about 1, 2, 3, and then we can put a little desktop on there and stick a chair underneath there, and someone else can work. Okay, and then we need, while I'm standing here, this. Let's put 2 up here. 1 on each side. Now someone's busy. Got lots of plans and stuff. Maybe 1 there as well. That is just so not in line with anything. Okay, now should we do the black top, because this is what we've got on our desk. There we go, that works. And then we can just take this and duplicate that and pop that there. You know, in a place like this, you often get volunteers coming in and doing stuff, and that will work. And I imagine the person who's running the place would be very happy to have volunteers in the office. I would like to put a carpet on the floor, but I want to put a carpet that is actually a picture. That's the one that's got the smooth edges. Yes. So you're going to have to bear with me here, because this is going to take a while. I have a Persian carpet, or sort of like a fancy carpet picture, which I like to put on the floor. So this is going to take a while. I've changed the thumbnails. It's quite interesting. Okay, we've got a few carpets here. So we've got this one, that one. I think this one would work quite nicely. What do you say? Now we just have to try and make it big enough for the office. Seriously? Fine. There we go. We have a little carpet on the floor that's sort of like brought in by somebody who works here. And in fact, I would like to change the size. So let's just change the size just a little bit. It's a little too big. That's better. Perfect. Okay, so I'm also thinking some posters on the walls while we're in this. Let's see what we've got here. I know we've got the fisheries. No, not that. The fishes. We can throw a couple of pretty posters here. Cheer the place up. The fisheries here. Postcards, we can put that onto the corkboards hopefully. We can do soccer competitions. We don't want the anatomy pictures. That would be just a little hectic, I think. Maybe another soccer poster. I just imagine the person who works here is actually going to want a nice picture next to her. Yeah, something fun. Okay, material. Oh boy, they have made it very complicated for us, haven't they? Alright, I'm thinking of flowers. This seems to be the floral kind of person. So maybe... or landscape. You'll notice all my animals, I haven't taken them out after I finished the build. Seriously? Can I please buy that? There we go. And then let's change the frame. Let's go with the walnut. We can do a couple of don't like the way that you remember how it used to be with the how it used to be with the pattern. It is now like that. Thank you. Dang it. It's a little big though. Okay. How about that one? Yeah, better. A little bit too big. And then we need some postcards and notes and flyers, and let's do a congratulations card, because you know, weddings, functions, happy holidays, happy birthday. We do birthdays too. We do kids parties. We do many things. Let's get some postcards. The weird ones can be on this side. And then stationery. I would guess it would be this. We don't want contracts. I would say sort of like rules of the place. You must be out by this time. You must not have the noise level too high. You have to abide by our rules. If you break something, it's gonna cost you big bucks. There we go. Starting to look a little bit like an office. And then of course we can do all kinds of fun stuff here. Now apparently we can put stuff in the desk organizer. Should we try that? Oh yeah. The only problem with stuff is you have to place the carpet and never move anything ever again. Let's see. Can I put a pen in my organizer? I can. Can I put scissors? No. Okay, can I put pencils? Yes. Ooh. Awesome. Highlighter. I like it. Okay. Sticky notes. We'll need probably... Am I stuck? No, I'm not stuck. We will probably need... a computer and a ring binder. Let's pop that there. A laptop, yes, we will need that. And maybe some more files over here. Okay, bins, definitely. I think that would be good. Pop it in there. Oh yeah. Dang it. Yeah, that looks much more cheerful. And then we're going to need some flowers. Of course. Let's get the laptop first. I imagine something not black. There we go. And oh yes, definitely a printer. What else are we looking at? We are going to have to put many things in here. Do we have a PA system? Do we have a mic? We do have we have a camera. Hold on. We have a camera tripod. Don't think we need a TV in here. Don't we have a microphone? I could have sworn we had a microphone. Interesting. Okay. Oh, because I was going to say we can put that there so we can do sort of like, okay boys, stop playing in the pool like that. You're going to break something. You know? All right, let's do some flowers because, you know, this is me. Actually, I want a literal pottery pot. Let's put one there. We have space here. No, but we're going to have space over there. Let's find some flowers. We've got these amazing cacti, which I'm very excited to use. But right now, something more like a bouquet rather than a... not really a bouquet of flowers, but that'll be okay. Let's find us a side table. And some daffodils. Very tiny for such a big pot. Can we fit more than one of you in here? Can we fit more? No? Dang it. Small table. We don't need anything fancy. Probably something like this. And then we can go with the same color as... There we go. We're just going to... There we go. I don't like those flowers. We're going to get rid of them and we're going to put a plant in there instead. How about something like that? How big are you? Perfect. Yes, that'll work. Alright, so we have an office and it's dark outside again. So I think it's time to leave and come back another day. We haven't got much left to do here as such. I mean, my plan is going to be... What are the plastic chairs? These ones. I was thinking of using these inside so that they can be dressed up, dressed down, or whatever. And probably on the side we'll have a stall of some description here, or sort of a built-in area where people can sell things, and maybe a little tea garden or something on this side. But this will be the central area where, you know, weddings, graduations, birthday parties, kids parties, whatever can be put in here. Let me know what you think so far, and we'll be back. But I do want to go and play with the swimming pool for the competition, so we might be in sandbox next time. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've got this far, please subscribe. I hope you have a lovely day. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.